Hi, and this is Mike Garner from mrmikegarner.com and mindfocusgroups.co.uk, and this is the first time I've ever done an live broadcast. Actually, I'm just holding my Samsung mobile phone and creating this video, and this will be posted on YouTube. As you can tell, I'm sat in my car on the Cayley Promenade, and there's the Cayley Promenade. Absolutely beautiful area of North Wales, sat in my car, and I just want to talk about the life that you're creating. I've always said that life should come from you. The world should come from you and not at you. And if the world's coming at you, then you need to get control. You need to realise that you're creating everything that you're experiencing. We have our senses: touch, taste, sight, sound and smell. I've talked about this before. Look at my other videos and you'll see me talking a lot about your senses and your extra senses, which is what your ESP is, your extra senses. And you get a sense of the world that you live in, and you get a sense of how you're communicating and interacting with that world, and everything is just perception. How you perceive your life is unique to you. Now, I'm sat on the Cayley Promenade in my car. Now, I'm seeing the world as I am. I'm not seeing the world as it is. I'm seeing it as I am. When I go to places and talk to people and interact with people and perceive events in my life, I'm perceiving those events, seeing those people, enjoying those scenes, based on the beliefs and the thoughts that are in my mind. I've got some files in my mind, and I'm accessing those files and thoughts and coming up with decisions. So as I'm looking at this view now, I'm making some decisions about what I'm looking at. It's nothing to do with the view, although the view is stimulating those thoughts. What it actually is it's interacting with my mind. So all the time, the vibration of the world is interacting with the vibration of my thoughts. Everything is just vibration. So if I want to change my opinion of where I am, if I want to change my experience and my perception of what I'm doing and where I'm at, where I am and who I'm with, I've got to do some inner work. And this is called the mental law of correspondence. Now, a correspondence is a very old-fashioned word for a letter. When you used to write letters, people don't write letters anymore, do they? They email and they text and Bluetooth, but you know, letters are still written, but we'd call that a correspondence. It's where you communicate with somebody with a pen and paper. There is a law of correspondence, of communication, that takes place in your outer world and your inner world. Your outer world is the effects of your inner thinking. Your perception, your files create a environment within your inner universe, and that interacts with the outer world, the outer universe. And if you want to ask the question, you know, am I emotionally healthy, then what's your emotional life like? If you are physically healthy inside, what's your physical life like? The same applies with your mental state and your spiritual state. If you want to look at the world and you see an angry world or a frightening world or an aggressive world, that's possibly because you've got those files within you. I don't see that world, but I understand that people often find the world scary and frightening. With hypnosis, coaching, NLP, mentoring, I can change those files for people. I've worked on myself. I've created files in my mind which now reflect on the way I see my life, the way that I process my life, the way that I process my experiences. So if I've got any files within me that need correcting, I work on those, and then that has an immediate effect on the way that I process and experience things in my life. And it's always worked that way. The decisions in your mind affect the experiences in your everyday life. So if you've got a file that says that you don't like coffee, when you're asked, do you want to go to Costa, you're going to say no. because you've got a file that says I don't like coffee, so you're not going to have a coffee. Now let's say you've got a file in your mind that says that people don't like me, or I can't do this, I can't do that, or I'm not respected, or I'm not good at this, I'm not good at that. That immediately affects what you're going to do today. If you think that people don't like you, then you won't interact. You'll build a brick wall around yourself. When you're in a communication, you'll be hesitant, you'll be guarded, you'll be nervous possibly. When you delete that file and install a file that says something like, people like me and I like people and I'm a good communicator, maybe you're sensitive, and I would say that that vulnerability, that sensitivity that you've got is possibly a strength. But if you think it's a weakness, then it acts and becomes a weakness for you. It'll deplete your energy and it will mean that you don't vibrate with any confidence. If you realise that that can be changed instantly with hypnosis, either I can do that to you or I can teach you how to do that for yourself, or maybe you'll just decide now listening to this that some of these old beliefs, these old thoughts, these old files can be deleted now listening to this, and you're going to change your mind. The minute you do that, you change your experience, and that power is within you. And if you don't know how to do that, I can do that for you. I delete things and install things for you so that you can become the person that you want to be, and you are the cause. The world comes from you, and it always has. And when you start to do that, when you start to realise that the world comes from you, then you become the creator, the creator, the power source, the life force. You can plug yourself into the universe and get some power. Now you've probably just seen that guy in my rearview mirror walking past me. You can see him behind me now. He was actually looking at me, talking into my mobile phone. He's probably made a decision that I'm a bit of a nutter. And you know something, I really don't care. I'm completely independent of the good and bad opinion of other people. It's nothing to do with me, what people think about me. It's all about me. Life is always all about me. If I'm the best me that I can be, then I'm the best person for you to help you. As a dad, as a brother, as a son, as a therapist, whatever I am, if I work on me, then I'm the best I can be in all those facets of my life. And it's based on my perceptions and my files, this law of correspondence. In the Bible, it talks about the fruits of your life. So I would ask you now, how fruitful is your life? Are your files, are your decisions, are your beliefs working for you, or are they working against you? Are you rigid in your files? Are you rigid in your thinking? Are you flexible or not? If you're not flexible, and you're not happy with your life, then you're probably going to be in a rut and you're going to stick with that life. And this is your lot. I would suggest that if you shift your thinking, change your thinking, you've got an opportunity to change your life massively. And with hypnosis, that can be done instantly. To get something different, you've got to do something different. And that action starts with a thought. So to get something different, you've got to think something different. You live a thought life. And if you change your thoughts, you can literally change your life and take control of your life. So get this law of correspondence to work for you. Look at people who've got the life that you want. Look at people who've got great relationships, personal relationships, romantic relationships, business relationships, relationships with the kids. Look at people who are happy, healthy, who are creative, and maybe you can learn something from those people. Maybe you can take something from those people. You can become like those people if you run the mindset that they've got. Now, I've been doing success coaching, life coaching, mentoring for many, many years. I'm not saying that I'm right, but look at the fruits of your life. Look at ask yourself, am I getting what I deserve? Am I getting what I want? Is life working for me? Is my mindset producing the effects that I want? Because thoughts are causes, and the circumstances of your life are the effects. Look at your life, look at your relationships, look at your possessions, look at your job, look at your income, look at your savings, look at where you live, who you live with, what you do on a day-to-day basis, and you've created that. Is that what you want? If it's not, then you can shift your thinking and create something different. I would suggest something far better, because you deserve far more. And this isn't a rehearsal. We're here for a short period of time, and you can get far more. So if you want to shift, I can guide you. We can have a conversation on the phone. I'll give you my best advice, or we can set up a session, and then you'll be in control of how many sessions you want. It might just be one that gets you to shift, as it does with many people. And I never see people for more than 3 sessions for any one particular area. So we can identify what it is that you want to shift, install the files that you want, delete the files that you don't want, and then you'll create the life that you want. The inner life first, your inner thinking, and then that will correspond to your outer life, and you'll know immediately that it's working, because most of my clients and students tell me that not only do they feel different, but the people that they vibrate with and interact with at work, their reference group, their family, their loved ones, tell them, wow, you've massively changed in such a short space of time. 2-hour sessions, breakthrough sessions, and you'll completely break free from your rigid habit patterns of thought. And when you shift from rigid habit patterns of thought, you then start to create positive habit patterns of behaviour. So your life starts to completely shift. Now I'm just looking at my mobile phone, and I've been talking for 11 minutes 40, unprompted, unscripted, and I hope it's been helpful. This will be put onto YouTube. I'm going to drive home now, connect to my Wi-Fi, and do exactly that. And I'm available to you anytime. You can contact me on any of the contact numbers where you're viewing this short presentation, or go to my website, which is www.mrmikegarner.com, or again www.mindfocusgroups.co.uk. And you might also enjoy looking at my mentalmike.co.uk site, which is all about extrasensory living, multisensory living, psychic living, using the mind. Take a look at that site, and you think you'll find it fascinating, and you know where I am. So I'll sign off now. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful view. I'm not actually going to view it from my car. I'm going to get out now, get some fresh air, power myself up, and continue enjoying my wonderful life. Take care. Bye for now.